everyone, especially to our beautiful managerial economics, Miss Flora Lufranco Alges. And my name is Ronelyn Avenido Garcia, studied at Talibon Polytechnic College at the course of Bachelor in Science in Accounting Information System, Block 1. I'm in the group 4 and I will discuss about what is an incentives and what is the marketplace. So let us first discuss about what is incentives in managerial economics. What is incentives for you? So when you hear the word incentives, it is a thing that motivates and encourages one to do something or behave in a certain way. So when you hear the word incentive, it is just a monetary reward or the other types of reward, and also known as a reward. An incentives is most frequently built on monetary rewards. Incentives pay or monetary bonus, but may also include a variety of non-monetary rewards or prizes. And incentives come when they are doing something good in the companies, in their working place, in school activities, in the house, and many more. Incentives is everywhere. Incentives is reward and punishments that motivates behavior. These are basic examples of incentives. People go to work at the company and get paid salary. If they work even harder, then they are sometimes can earn the bonus or commissions. These examples, it is the incentive way or monetary reward for showing up to work and doing the job. The people or employees of a company giving bonuses is one of them. One of common ways to reward employees is to offer bonuses and at work. So this can be a monetary rewards. The monetary rewards are the financial rewards provided to employees for meeting their goals. In these rewards, this may include cash rewards, bonuses, commissions, and gift cards, and more. At the monetary rewards are most tied to an employee performances. The economic incentives are offered to encourage people to make certain choices or behave in a certain way. They usually involve money, but they can also involve goods and services. Examples of incentives is rewarding the employees with their hard work and doing good performance. The most important assets to any company is its people. Keeping the employees happy in the workplace can make your company strong. The people who work hard and having time to accomplish the task or work, the incentive will happen. As you can see, the incentives are fundamental economic system that help us predict and behavior. So there are two types of incentives. The two types of incentives are positive incentives and the negative incentives. The positive incentives and the negative incentives. The positive and negative incentives. Positive incentives are oftentimes people call positive incentives are reward. They change behavior by creating some things that you would want. The negative incentives are oftentimes people call negative incentives a penalty. They aims to motivate to avoid punishment or pain. Some examples of positive economic incentives are coupons, sales, freebies, discounts, and bonuses at work, and rewards. These are called positive incentives because they are associated with things of many people would like to get. Positive economic incentives leaves you better off if you do what was asked of you. These incentives benefits in many people of some ways. The negative incentives. Negative incentives leaves you worse off financially by making you pay money. These incentives cost you money. Fines, fees, and tickets can be negative economic incentives. They are called negative because they are things you don't want to get. Examples in negative incentives are penalty of a person in the company or work, having restrictions, telling the child to do homework or not playing outside so they will give some chocolates. These are the examples of negative incentives. Monetary rewards are the incentives which involves direct money to the employees, but non-monetary rewards are the incentives which do not involve direct money to the employees. Non-monetary rewards are usually given to all the employees of certain level to offer them convenience and security. And incentives, this can be have an extrinsic motivation and intrinsic motivations. Extrinsic motivations are motivated to perform an activity to earn a reward or avoid punishment. And the intrinsic motivation is a motivate to perform an activity to its own sake and personal rewards. The difference between the positive and the negative incentives are the positive incentives encourage productivity due to inherent desires to obtain something, but the negative incentives encourage productivity by making the person not want a specific outcome. The three types of incentives are the economic incentives, the social incentives, and the moral incentives. The three basic flavors of incentives are the economic incentives, the social incentives, and the moral incentives. The economic incentives are incentives where a person can expect a material reward for their behavior. This is especially true of monetary rewards. The social incentives. It is the incentives where a person acts out of shame or glory. They are trying to get the intentions of others. Moral incentives are incentives where a person acts a certain way. They don't want to something that they think is wrong. These are the three basic types of incentives. The three types of incentives are the economic incentives, social incentives, and the moral incentives. The economic incentives are those which a person responds to in the marketplace. The social incentives is to motivate people to respond in a certain way because they care or about how they will be viewed by the others. The moral incentives appeal to the person's sense of right versus wrong. These are the three types of incentives. The significance of incentives. Incentives are the great way to ensure that your employees stay motivated to do their job to the best of their ability. By offering something they can achieve if they hit a certain target or achieve something that they have something to work towards. So the incentives will happen to the employee to give their rewards due to their behavior. It is the anything that motivates. All those things are incentives. Incentives is anything that motivates an individual to complete specific actions. So these are the incentives.